Hello everyone, Mr. Mash here. Welcome back. So today we are basically going to go through the practice opportunity on imperfect competition. I hope you guys give it a try. But let's get into it and you can confirm your answers. If you didn't do it, it's okay. Let's get through it together. Let's go to the first one. So the first one, I gave you this graph here and I said this graph is for monopoly. The first question is, what is the profit maximizing level of output for this monopoly? Remember, for any market structure, we are always the firm is going to produce an output at a point where the marginal cost is equal to the marginal revenue. Don't forget this. Always, the firm is going to produce an output to maximize profit at the point at which the marginal cost is equal to the marginal revenue. We go to our graph here. Our marginal cost curve is this curve. Our marginal revenue curve is this curve. They meet at this point. So if you go down here, you'd see that the profit maximizing level of output is quantity, is equals to 3. So the answer in this case is 3. What price does the monopoly charge? The monopoly is going to go all the way up until it meets the demand. Remember, monopoly has market power and hence they are likely to charge high prices. So you go up from a quantity of 3, you meet the demand curve here, which is a price of 6. So our answer for part B is equal to 6. All right. And then the last question is, how much economic profit does this firm make? To get the profit, you're going to take the price. Remember, our price is our average revenue. This is the money that is coming in per unit sold. This is the money coming in per unit sold. And the minimum point of the average total cost, this is the money going out per unit that is sold. So the minimum point is a 4. The profit would then be the difference between the money coming in, the money going out, times the number of units sold, which we said is going to be 3. This is the area here. This is a rectangle. So you can see that this is a rectangle. Hence, you are going to say the profit, I use pi to represent profit, is equal to the price, which is 6, minus the cost, which is 4, multiplied by the quantity, which is 3. This is equal to 6 minus 4, it's 2, multiplied by 3, hence the profit is equals to 6. All right, so if you manage to get this right, well done. If not, just make corrections. If you get a similar question, you know what to do. Let's go to the next question. On the next question, we are asked to compare the monopolistic competition and perfect competition, the demand curves for these two, and explain the shape of the two. So let me do this. I'm going to put perfect competition here. Okay, I'm going to put perfect competition here. Perfect competition. And then I'm going to put monopolistic competition here. Okay, let me draw here. The y-axis, the vertical one, is always the price and the costs. And this is output. Monopolistic competition is going to be like this. The output here, the price and the costs. The demand curve for a monopoly, for a perfect competition, for a firm in a perfectly competitive market is going to look like this. This is the demand. And for perfect competition, the demand is the same as the average revenue, is the same as the marginal revenue, right? Monopolistic competition, the demand curve is going to look like this. And the demand curve is also the average revenue in monopolistic competition. You then go ahead and explain the shape of each of the demand curves. For perfect competition, these products are homogeneous. Remember, they are homogeneous. These products are homogeneous. And because homogeneous means that they are exactly the same. If they are exactly the same, they are perfect substitutes. Because of perfect substitutability, the demand for the product is perfectly elastic. The products are homogeneous, which means they are exactly the same, which means there is perfect substitutability. Because they are perfect substitutes, the demand for the product is perfectly elastic, hence the horizontal demand curve. Monopolistic competition, the products sold by each firm are heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means they are differentiated, they are different products. They are substitutes, yes, but they are not perfect substitutes. Give an example of your food outlets, McDonald's, KFC. This is food, burgers and chicken, but you can substitute because it's food, but they are not perfect substitutes because they are not exactly the same. Hence, the demand curve is going to be downward sloping. You're right. Demand curve is going to be downward sloping. That's the answer to the first part. The second part, it says use world label diagrams to compare the long run position for a firm in a perfectly competitive market and a firm in a monopolistic market. So, in a perfectly competitive market, the long run position is that the firm makes no more profit. The average total cost curve minimum point is going to touch the demand curve here. The marginal cost cuts here. So this is the marginal cost. Marginal cost equal marginal revenue, profit maximizing level of output here. And this point shows the long run, normal profit. This shows long run, normal profit. And then for monopolistic competition, the demand curve is going to touch the demand curve is going to touch the average total cost curve. So this, let me label this average total cost curve. The average total cost curve is going to look like this. This is the average total cost curve, right? It just touches the demand curve, let's say at this point. Okay, and then your marginal revenue curve lies under the marginal revenue lies below the average revenue. So this is the quantity, and then the quantity should be the point at which the marginal revenue, this marginal revenue, meets the marginal cost. This is the marginal cost. Okay, this is the price that is charged for monopolistic competition, and again, these are long run normal profit. So the profit in the long run, it's also going to be a long run normal profit. Long run normal profit. All right. So both perfect competition and monopolistic competition have long run normal profits or zero economic profits in the long run, because in these markets there's free entry and exit. There are many buyers and sellers in the market, and therefore we get long run normal profits. The last question is asking which of the two long run positions is considered to be efficient. So the perfect competition, the perfect competitive market is efficient because the firm is going to charge a price at the minimum point of the average total cost curve. Hence, it's efficient. You see, for monopolistic competition, the price charged is above the minimum point of the average total cost. Hence, the quantity being produced is not minimizing the cost. So Costs are not minimized in the long run for monopolistic competition, and therefore monopolistic competition in the long run creates what is called a deadweight loss. This is a deadweight loss, a loss due to the fact that costs are not being minimized in the long run. So this is a deadweight loss for monopolistic competition. But for both cases, the profit is normal in the long run. For both cases, the profit is normal in the long run. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Keep on working hard. Mr. Mash is out. Cheers.